I'm answering some questions from Reed, and he asked a bunch of questions along those lines on how he could better support us. And one of the things that I responded with and conveyed to him is that I want to be the best dressed, the best equipped, and the most skillfully trained team in Portland. And that kind of starts with what the foundation is we're building now. And that's what I'm currently thinking about, is completing that email. We're, not to segue, but that leads into radio communications that we have. I talked with Motorola, and first quarter next year, they're gonna send out some test radios that they're looking to expand from the TLK 100s and 110s. These are gonna have body cams in them. I got our team signed up to try those out, see if those are viable for our work and security. That, and another thing that we're looking at is how to revamp the uniforms. So not only do we have a distinct presence, but it's not obnoxious. Our footprint, our colors, all of it becomes important. So right now I got one of the local shops here setting up samples for the team to try out and see if it's viable. And then the next series of patrol cars, what vehicle are we going to get that's within budget, doesn't has a good safety rating, team's going to be safe yet still fuel efficient, something that's reasonably priced, I should say. So those are the things that are on my mind at the moment. How can I better equip, better prepare, and make sure the team has everything they need to get the job done safely and quickly. Our uniforms we go through about 3 to 6 months. They'll fade because we're out here walking. They'll get tore up from getting into a scuff, or they get bleach on it. That does happen. I don't want the guys going to work with bleach all over them, so I give them a new shirt. The shirt's wore out. And then I take that shirt that's got bleach or whatever all over it, wash it, put it back in a reuse pile for training, and in case somebody has an accidental tear up of their shirt completely, we have extras. That's just a couple of steps we take to ensure the team is ready at all times. Now, if you want to talk about scuffles, first thing to break is something that's not issued to them, right? It's never something issued. So it's the radio earpiece and the microphone. That's usually the first thing to break once somebody's scuffling around. I don't know how much money people have spent on the acoustical ear tubes or in-ear tubes or in-ear wires, but they don't last long in a fight. It's usually the first thing yanked. They'll lose a flashlight in a fight. They'll lose keys, gloves. So far, nobody's lost a radio yet due to a fight. But those are the things I witnessed that they need replaced often. It's starting in security. Does that make you a bad police officer? It doesn't inherently make you a bad police officer. What it does is provide more work for their academy, because if you learn a bad habit, as you'll see, private security is okay getting close to people, then we should. And law enforcement's like, no, you need to put yourself more safety bubbles. Hey, good morning.
You not see any of my food? Oh, it's warm? Fuck you, man. Fucking all you other people are not even homeless and they get to see me.
No. Hey, man.
Don't worry, dog. I'll go.
All right.
I want to eat my fucking food while it's warm.
All right.
Fuck my food while it's warm, bro.
I want you to eat your food while it's warm. All right. Private security does not have a duty to act. So a lot of times I don't have to, and I won't. Law enforcement has no such luck. They have to get in there. So working private security, you start to build bad habits. And their academy has got to work through it. They got to make it so that you no longer have those not innate, but those instant choices that are against, what law enforcement's job is. Our newest recruits that are going into agency, they have to understand that these habits that they form as private security, armed patrol, they need to stay here, and they need to listen and adopt the doctrine of the police, law enforcement. Otherwise, you're even more in peril than you were when you worked here. Bad training can screw up someone's life, someone's career, someone's day for sure. When I show up, I don't have to be the bad guy. Does that make sense? Yeah. A cop shows up, somebody's a bad guy. Somebody's going to jail, somebody's getting a warning. Good morning. Somebody is having a horrible day, or maybe the worst day of their life. I show up, I can de-escalate it, get people to part, not hurt any of the property. It's a win for everyone in my circle. Win for the property manager, win for people walking by, public, and a win for the individuals who are interacting with that. Okay, Blanche's all the way down there. Anyone who is without a home or without shelter, they go there for food and then get into services. But even if they don't want those services, free food. Yeah. Free food and clothing.
Thank
and
you.
it's usually where
What time are they open?
They're open now, but they open for food at what, 4:30? 5?
Yeah. Okay.
And if not, breakfast at 06:30.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
That's gonna be your best bet.
Appreciate it.
Yep, take care.
What's it called again?
Blanche, House of Hospitality.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been doing security since 25, almost 26 years. It's all been here in Portland. I've always done alarm and response, patrol. It's all been armed. And I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've done hiring for companies. I've done training for companies. I can tell you that one thing that new people always miss and they always forget is you have to be curious. You have to wonder why this person's here if they're on your property, or just be curious and see how their day is going. But the idea is to be curious. A lot of new security guards, they pass, like this Kia Soul here, and they won't even give it a second thought. They'll just be like, it's a Kia Soul. Well, no, it's a white Kia Soul with Washington plates that match ours. Is that our car? Just be curious. So you see that person behind us?
Yeah.
The older woman, do you recognize her?
Is her around?
That's Hope. Hope likes to stabby. But Hope's also on her medication, so we're hoping she's better. Parking lots notwithstanding, they're pretty easy, but when you come up on a building, be curious. Look, is that window open? If so, how do I close it? Who do I need to call? Have attention to detail, look at whether the lights are on, Do it so much that the habit just becomes second nature. Does that window open? Does that door open? Have I checked the door handle? Who owns this property? Is it attached to this property? Complacency is such the enemy. It is the thing we're always fighting against. You get comfortable with the way the city looks or the way the property looks, then you miss something. Urban myth. All right, so I heard this once, that the type shoes that are hanging here, they either got out of the neighborhood or they're selling drugs. Given the fact that we're in Portland, what do you think it is? That's my guess. But hey, be curious. Let's go inside this garage and find out. That's what I mean. Be curious. I wasn't supposed to be in security forever. I signed up for the Army in 98 and then did four deployments. And in between deployments, I'd come back home and I'd get signed up with the security company, go do work to survive till the next deployment. Next thing I know, 25 years go along and I've never made never made such a good salary as I do now. But I can tell you why I keep coming back here and look forward to the days where I work the field. Yeah, this is probably my favorite spot, just because of how crazy it can get. Like, there's so much history to this place. It's really insane. When I showed up here and started going, working in this area, I tried to learn everything I could about Portland. I don't love Portland as much as my hometown, but I definitely respect Portland, and I'm definitely entertained by what it brings here, from the weather, traffic, civil events, houseless people on the side of the road, the human nature and the craziness that they pull off.
Now, do you guys explain stuff as you're going, or just like you act normal?
I explain stuff as I go, yeah.
Good.
And he's asked me a bunch of other questions, industry questions, so I just answer them the best of my ability.
Cool.
Take care.
You too.
That dude's name is, well, I know his name. We work with him a lot. He's not a bad kid. He's just content with staying on the street. And so, I don't agree with his decision, but we support and help him live a higher quality of life at times, be it food, taking the Blanchet or walking in the Blanchet, or just a friendly ear to talk to. Sometimes you have interactions like that, you're like, holy shit, pardon my language. But holy cow, the city's not entirely bad. Like, I've seen all these businesses change hands 3 or 4 times. This one here I worked for another company, and they would tents all up and down there, and the client would keep asking us, hey, I need you to go up on that ramp and clear people out. And at the time, the company I worked for they weren't prepared. They weren't geared for it. They just wanted to take things and throw it off the ledge. That ain't the right answer. I came here one time on a call to back up a secondary, be a secondary for a team at a previous company. He was over there surrounded by 6 people just duking it out because he was trying to toss them, because the client asked, because that company wasn't set for it. And that was a horrible precedent. I no longer work for that company because I don't believe in beating people over camping on the ground. I believe in asking, I believe in talking, I believe in coming to a mutual understanding that they're gonna come with me to either get a better quality of life or a decent night's sleep. That's kind of how I view it. And a lot of these Old Town regulars I've been working with for years, trying to help them get off the street, or sometimes we hear a long time one has passed away, do their lifestyle, and we're like, holy cow. Last winter we got that guy blankets and got him a tent and got him set up in a nice, safe location. And this year he's not going to be here. He's dead. So his humor is gone. His personality is gone. That is something that we do contend with a lot.
The spot
Is that Diamond? Diamond? Hey, Diamond.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hop up. I tell you what, I'm gonna let you rest for a little bit more. Will you come back, okay? But you're gonna have to get up soon. Hey man, you good? You good? All right. We'll come back for Diamond. No, they just got dropped off today. So Diamond, it's 50-50. Like there are certain team members she's cool with.
Yeah.
And I like them to interact with her. Sometimes she's cool with me. And when she's not, I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you. It's not worth it for that step. But I'm gonna keep coming back and checking in on you till we're square. Let's see here. I guess the commitment to the community is, you know, you say that community, but what does that look like? What does that mean? You know, you ask somebody from out of town, hey, take care of my community. What does it look like? Well, it's every one of these little stores. It's people hanging out, having a smoke, or riding a bicycle down the sidewalk. And people recognize Echelon all across the board. We impact this community in such a way that I've never worked for another company that has been like such an impact. I love walking around here and seeing the recognition for my team's work. We set the example, and then companies started showing up and be like, oh, that's a good idea. That's really working. Like, I don't know how many people remember 2020 and Portland littered with tents, littered with the houseless. If you notice, it's not littered. People standing there, there's not people camping there. And the camping, nothing against it. But I want people to be in homes, and I want them to be in shelters, and I want them to be in places where they're safe. I tell all my peers, if you don't have a strong foundation, you can't build anything. Foundation starts with a home.